Nazis at this same time, unmolested, had worn their uniform that included a swastika on my cap and had yelled "Heil Hitler," as though I really identified with their criminal ideology and their barbaric goals. What message did I have to pass on? Would people even believe my story? Would they try to understand it? And if I did put it all down on paper, would I be prepared to endure the loneliness and the isolation that accompany the writing of such a long account, as well as the nightmares, pangs of conscience, and self-doubts that would emerge to torment me? I thought about these questions for more than 40 years, until I came to the conclusion that I had no other choice. Because as time went by, I realized that I could no longer suppress the trauma, could no longer live with this spiritual incubus. To free myself of it, I had to write it all down, to get it off my chest. I promised myself, and I promise you, the reader, to stick to the truth from beginning to end. The barriers are down, and I'm ready to awaken painful memories, the memories of my Shoah. You may well recall the famous director Elia Kazan's renowned 1960s book and film entitled America, America. In them, he recounts Voltaire's classic story of Candide, a sailor who finds himself cast ashore among cannibals in South America. After many dangerous adventures, he survives, healthy and intact. In my book, you will see that I also perceived myself as having been cast among cannibals, for whom I would have been an easy victim. Agnieska Hollands, the director of the film based on my experiences, viewed me as the Candide of the 20th century. But my adventures had been in Europe, not America. Hence the title, Europa, Europa. Chapter 1. Flight to the East. I was born on April 21st, 1925, in Peine, a town near Brunswick in Germany. My parents had moved to Germany in 1918, shortly after the October Revolution broke out in Russia. In those days, the Weimar Republic was quite willing to admit Jews. There were 4 children in our family. My oldest brother, Isaac, was 16 years old when I was born. David was 12, and my sister Bertha, 9. To support the family, my parents opened a shoe store on the main street, Breitestrasse, shortly after their arrival in Peine. Our German neighbors at that time were not hostile to us, but the old, established Jews, who had been in Germany for generations, gave us a cool reception. They looked down on us Eastern European Jews. Occasionally, someone in my family would complain about this at home, but it didn't bother me much. How was I, who never could understand the difference between a Jew and a non-Jew, supposed to grasp the difference between one Jew and another Jew? Peine was not a modern city, but gradually technological progress was felt there too. I remember how delighted we children were to see the first automobiles. They looked like carriages without horses, and each had a huge horn next to the steering wheel. We would run after them, eager to squeeze the black pair to make it honk and honk. Not a cloud marred the happiness of my childhood. We had no forebodings of the fateful events to come. And yet, in the dark years ahead, 50 million people of many lands were to lose their lives. And the Shoah, the systematically planned murder of the European Jews, would profoundly convulse our history. On January 30th, 1933, the National Socialist Party under its leader Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany. This marked the beginning of a black-brown dance of death, black and brown like the Nazi Party uniform.